So Ed, before you and I got to know each other well, some time ago, you were made aware of our work where we quantify basically leadership impact on the growth and performance of the respective teams. At the time, we were just starting to kind of bring this into the world of sports. Given your background as a collegiate player, as a coach, I mean, you've worked so many places in the sports arena. What was your thought when you were thinking that, hey, we can understand the impact a coach is having on the experience of a student athlete from a data quantification perspective? Were you skeptical at first, or did you believe that we would be able to do it?
You know the answer to this question. I was not the least bit skeptical. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, the first conversation we had, wonderful conversation. I think we blocked off 20 minutes and we talked for an hour and a half. And at the end, I said, Bill, can I ask you a question? And I believe it was about a week prior to you launching Excel Sports. I said, have you ever thought about doing this on the sports side, because there's so much value?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And you looked at me and you're like, who have you been talking to? I'm like, nobody. But I just think it is so immensely valuable at every level of athletics, in the development of the student athlete, the development of the coaches, and the experience for both. And this ability to, and I really believe we talked about this at our very first conversation, to find a way to push people outside their comfort zone and to make it a joyful experience. Right? And to still have fun doing it. Like, we live in this world where people are afraid to talk about winning. And they think winning and working hard are mutually exclusive in developing people, when in fact they're not. They all go hand in hand. And that was one of the things that so resonated with me with our conversation wrapped around the business side. I'm like, this is pure genius for sports.
Now that you know more about us, you've done some work with us, you're a proponent of what we do. Do you see the gap being more, is a coach ready to hear it? Does a coach really want to know how they're impacting? Because what if, by chance, I'm not having the impact I think I'm having?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting because we lead by example, and we talk about modeling the behavior that the people we lead, we want them to execute. Mm-hmm. How coachable are you? You know, we'll preach all the time as coaches, like, you need to be coachable, right? You need to be able to, and you and I both believe, and I'm not speaking for you, but we've talked about this, self-awareness is not but it's the competitive advantage. And how willing am I as a coach to take a real hard, honest look at what's happening? And here's what I love about the tool that you have. I just gave it away. It is a tool. It is not a weapon, right? You're using this to help the coach develop. And as the coach, are they willing and are they able? Mm-hmm. And are they open to it? If they're not open to it, then how can they expect to maximize the impact and the influence that they're going to have on the athletes that they're leading?
Yeah, and it's somewhat also, I ask my athletes, when you were a coach, you just wanted my guesses, and I don't mean to put words in your mouth, so I put in the form of a question. Did you expect your athletes to get just a little better every day? I know it's cliche, but did you expect
as a coach?
Yes.
Well, absolutely. We're going to keep doing the drill.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was it, right? Like, we were going to make the games we were going to make the practices more difficult than the game was going to be. And the way we were going to do that is we were going to put you in challenging situations, not just physically, but mentally, which was going to impact you emotionally. And what were you going to do?
Is this then the way for the coaches to live those words themselves? How do coaches how did you get a little bit better every day as a coach if you didn't know really your impact on your athletes?
Well, and that's what I love about this. You could be winning games, but the psychological safety with your team, where they can take a risk, where they can fail, where they're not afraid to step outside, the comfort zone to get better, and know that you're going to support them, know that you're going to hold them accountable in a very positive way. As a coach, I want to know that. I want to know how I'm impacting you. Is there something going on in your world that I need to know about? Am I doing a good job with that? How do you see yourself developing inside of our program? Am I doing a good job allowing room for that growth, fostering that growth, providing opportunity for that growth? And as a coach, I absolutely want to. I want to, I believe wholeheartedly in lead and lag measures. And the lag measures are the games, right? The lag measures are at the end of the season, whether or not you win the championship or what tier of your division.
They are lagging indicators.
And that's it. You either do or you don't. The lead measures are, how am I doing as a coach? And where is my growth taking place? And am I seeing growth in the areas I commit to growing and getting better?